There comes a time in life when you must learn to stand alone, not because the world leaves you, but because life wants you to meet the person you've ignored the most, yourself. Most people fear silence. Most people fear their thoughts. Most people fear being alone, because no one ever taught them how to be alone. Today, let me teach you something powerful, something school won't teach you, society won't teach you, and even your closest friends don't understand. The art of solitude, the strength of standing by yourself, the spiritual psychology of being alone without feeling lonely. You were not born afraid of solitude. You learned this fear. From childhood, you were surrounded by noise, people, screens, opinions, expectations. Alone time was rare. Silence was uncomfortable, so your mind became dependent on stimulation. And now, when you sit alone, your mind panics. It says, do something, talk to someone, scroll something, escape. This fear is not of solitude. It is the fear of meeting your unfiltered mind. It is the fear of facing emotions you've buried. It is the fear of discovering how broken, confused, or lost you truly feel. Krishna says in the Gita, the uncontrolled mind is the enemy. When you avoid being alone, you are not avoiding silence. You are avoiding this enemy. Solitude begins with sitting still, not meditating, not doing breath work, just sitting. When you sit alone for even 10 minutes a day, your hidden thoughts surface. Your mind shows you everything you've been running from. Old wounds, temptations, mistakes, fears, desires. Do not fight them. Do not push them down. Just watch. You are not your thoughts. You are the one watching them. This is how self-awareness is born. This is how your mind slowly becomes your companion, not your enemy. And when the storm settles, you will feel something strange and rare. Peace that does not depend on anyone. We live in a world where silence is extinct. People wake up and immediately open their phones. They talk, they scroll, they compare, they consume. Your brain is constantly under attack. Your attention is hijacked every second. To learn solitude, you must reduce noise. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Take breaks from social media. Sit without music sometimes. Let your brain breathe. If your mind is always stimulated, it can never rest. If it never rests, it will always feel lonely. Silence heals, stillness clears, solitude strengthens. You cannot feel safe being alone unless you build a safe inner world. Your inner room is not a physical space. It is a mental space where you return to understand yourself. Inside this room, you ask yourself, what am I feeling? What am I running from? What do I truly want? Who am I trying to impress? What does my future look like? This inner room is where growth happens. It's where clarity begins. It's where you become a better, stronger version of yourself. Arjuna broke down on the battlefield, not because he feared death, but because his inner world was collapsing. Krishna rebuilt that world inside him. And once Arjuna mastered his inner room, he stopped fearing anything outside. Lonely people chase company. Strong people chase purpose. Your goal is not to avoid loneliness. Your goal is to build a life so meaningful that loneliness becomes irrelevant. Read, walk, learn, study, exercise, create, build something, improve your craft. When your solitude becomes productive, your mind becomes your friend. You stop craving constant validation. You start valuing your own presence. The more you grow alone, the less dependent you become on anyone for emotional survival. When you learn to be alone, you stop needing people and start choosing them. This is the real power. This is freedom. You no longer cling. You no longer beg for attention. You no longer fear losing anyone, because you are complete inside yourself. Krishna says, the self-controlled soul is peaceful in heat and cold, in happiness and distress. This is emotional independence, not built in relationships, but built in solitude. Krishna doesn't want you to depend on someone to feel complete. He wants you to realize that the completeness was already inside you. The most powerful version of you is not the one surrounded by people, but the one who can stand alone, calm, clear, unshakable. Ask yourself, if tomorrow you lost all your distractions, all your temporary attachments, all your noise, would you still be strong? If the answer is no, then loneliness is your teacher. It is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. Aloneness is not empty. It is transformative. The biggest illusion is thinking you are alone. You're never alone. There is a presence beside you that never leaves, never sleeps, never gets tired of you. Krishna is not in temples only. He is in your breath, your heartbeat, your thoughts, your quiet moments, your darkest nights. When the world leaves and your mind screams in fear, whisper to yourself, Krishna is here, because he is. Every time your heart breaks, he stands beside you. Every time you fall, he holds you. Every time you sit alone in silence, he sits next to you. You are never walking alone. You are walking with the one who guided kings, sages, warriors, worlds. And that is enough. You don't need the world to complete you. You don't need someone to validate you. You don't need noise to silence your mind. You only need awareness, discipline, and Krishna's hand on your shoulder. Being alone is not a curse. It's an invitation, a transformation, a gift. Accept it, grow through it, and become the version of yourself that even Krishna smiles upon.